Developers are putting major dollars into Waukee, and it's not random and it's not an accident. So today we're going to break down some of the biggest projects happening in Waukee and how it might affect you if you live here currently or if you're thinking about making a move here to Waukee, Iowa. So it's no secret that Waukee is growing tremendously fast. In fact, not too long ago, Dallas County, the county where Waukee is located, it was one of the top 10 fastest growing counties in the entire country. Waukee is the fastest growing city in Iowa. If you look back about 10 years ago, and our population has nearly doubled in Waukee since then. So we're at well over 30,000 residents from what used to be considered maybe a slightly smaller town on the edge of the Des Moines suburbs. Now, if you live in Waukee, you know that you pretty much have everything that you need. You don't need to leave for groceries. You don't need to leave for any other reason. Now, with this population growth and all of this other growth that's happening, all this money that's coming into town, this is going to affect you guys if you live here. You've already noticed it if you live here with all of the construction going on. But let's get into some of these big projects that are going on that are going to affect you guys. Whether you think it's positive or negative, it's coming, so let's get right into it. The first thing I want to discuss is the $400 million civic campus coming here in Waukee that just got approved last year. Now, this is something that's going to completely change the entire landscape of Waukee. This is going to be located near the Sugar Creek Golf Course, and it's a long-term plan. This could take over 20 to 30 years to fully expand out, but it is a massive project. Obviously, that's a lot of money, and it's going to bring anything that you could think of. It's going to bring housing, it's going to bring townhomes and big homes. So a variety of housing. It's going to bring a variety of entertainment options. It's going to bring a new city hall, a lake, you name it, it's all going to be located in here. They're also planning to turn Sugar Creek into an 18-hole course eventually, which as a golfer, I am super pro that. I love having Sugar Creek. It's a fantastic facility, but the only bummer is that it is a 9-hole golf course. So a lot of good things, but this isn't just housing. It's a spine that's going to anchor long-term growth here in Waukee. And if you look down the road in 20 years, it's going to be something that is going to be a centralized piece of the growth that we are currently building and watching unfold. So I'm excited for it, and we'll see how it goes and how fast it happens. We're also seeing an insane amount of commercial growth. You look at areas and projects like the Kettlestone lakes happening down on Grand Prairie Parkway, and then you can pretty much travel from Grand Prairie Parkway from Highway 80 all the way up to Hickman and the kind of main piece of Waukee right there, the Waukee Town Center, this Kettlestone project. All of this stuff is going to provide a lot of new commercial space. They are providing and attempting to, based on the reports, bring stuff that is new to Iowa, new to Waukee. We're of course seeing a lot of these chain restaurants go in as well. So there's a lot of this commercial space going on. We also, in recent years, have seen the Vibrant Music Hall along Grand Prairie Parkway as well. Now, I'm a huge fan and proponent of Vibrant. I think we are seeing a lot of new artists come to Waukee. So if music is your thing, it's really nice to have that right down the road and not have to go down to downtown and go to the big venues. So Vibrant is another piece to this puzzle, but a lot of commercial development is going all the way up and all the way down Grand Prairie Parkway, from restaurants to, again, this mixed use housing and everything in between. So another massive project coming in into Waukee. So exciting stuff. I know of a couple fun restaurants that are coming. So as a foodie, I'm always excited to try new restaurants and excited to continue to see the growth down Grand Prairie with all this commercial development, and excited to have more places in Waukee to go that aren't just chain restaurants too. And one thing I am so excited for, don't mean to put down another city in the Des Moines metro, but we have about $185 million in roads, connectivity, and kind of infrastructure in that regard happening. And it's really great to know that we are getting ahead of this, unlike our friends up in Ankeny. I cannot stand Ankeny for that reason. You know, Ankeny brings a lot of great things and great people up there, good schools, but the lack of foresight to see this massive growth. You get a lot of these 2-lane roads that don't have turn lanes, and I just don't like driving in Ankeny, and that keeps me out of there, to be honest with you. So I'm excited to see that Waukee is getting ahead of this project. Something like University Avenue, they're extending out to be multiple lanes, and and things like that where they're getting ahead of. I already think Hickman, again, is much better than anything in Ankeny, so I'm thankful for that. We're currently seeing that Alice's Road being redeveloped, although that is taking way longer than I thought it would. As it just reopened, I thought much more would be done, but again, these things take time, especially on Alice's and University, where they're long-standing houses and they have to redo all these things. So end of the day, I'm just excited to see that the infrastructure is happening and that the people are getting ahead of it and putting the money where it needs to, so that we can see the growth that's coming without having it feel like it's way too overpopulated, without having it feel like you can't drive anywhere without being a little upset. So big time news for me on that front. I'm excited for that too. Now, we can't overlook schools. The school district is growing tremendously fast. Enrollment has increased by thousands of people. Just in the past few years, we have seen over $440 million in upgrades and expansions to meet the demand of the people that are coming into Waukee and needing some good schools. So we have Waukee, we have the new school, Waukee Northwest, which is if you're from out of town, it's gonna feel like it's dang near a small college campus. It is a beautiful school, beautiful facilities from an athletic standpoint to everywhere else. And so it's nice to see that. And there's also been a plot of land purchased in South Waukee / West Des Moines that would be a potential future third school. So it's interesting that they are already planning for a third school here in Waukee, as it feels like Waukee Northwest has just opened up. But again, based on all of this growth that we're talking about and the investment that's going into here, it's good to get ahead of it. So you're happy to see that, excited to see the growth of Waukee in the school regard, and it's important to know that they're putting the dollars and funding there where it's necessary so we can get ahead of that piece as well. Now, with all of this growth happening, all of the new schools and infrastructure and commercial spaces, of course, more and more people are moving to Waukee. And so the final point that I'll mention is that it's nice to see that the city of Waukee is actually getting ahead of affordable housing. They've actually partnered with Habitat for Humanity to provide some affordable housing options in the way of townhomes for people who need some affordable housing here. Now, you may have your opinions on whether we need a ton of affordable housing or not, but at the end of the day, it's a good sign for growth, and it's a good sign to know that all are welcome here in Waukee. We've got affordable housing options all the way up to $1 million properties. We still have acreages, so I love to see a huge variety of housing, especially as a person who helps people buy and sell real estate and loves to see this growth that's happening in Waukee. I'm a big fan of the affordable housing thing and just planning for housing in general. I think Waukee is doing a good job of that. Again, better than maybe Ankeny did. So they're learning some lessons from them, and we have a lot of variety of housing coming into Waukee. So, of course, you look around, we have close suburbs around. The map kind of gets all intermixed. So we have some Clive homes, some Urbandale homes as well that are also part of the Waukee Northwest School District. And so it's just nice to see that there are options that are coming that are new construction, that are affordable, and that people can move in with some peace of mind. Whether you're renting or buying, it's good for the community, good for the growth. So all this is happening, why does it matter to you? Now, one, if you already live here in Waukee, I think it signals strong growth for your property value from a real estate perspective, and just growth from a living perspective, and being able to do a lot more things, and being able to, from an entertainment perspective, not need to leave Waukee. From a needs perspective, you're gonna have everything that you need. From a food and dining perspective, we're getting lots of new things. So if you already live here and don't mind a little construction, some detours here and there, to me, it's a great thing. I love to see it. Now, if you're thinking about buying real estate in the Des Moines Metro and Waukee's on your radar, I really think that it's a smart move. Developers aren't putting money here, like I said at the beginning, randomly or accidentally. It's on purpose because of the growth that's happening. Knowing that there's already a third school and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars getting poured into this city, and the growth and the housing behind it makes me feel good about buying property in Waukee, about living in Waukee, and about the long-term growth of Waukee, Iowa. So, man, I really like living on the west side of town. and Waukee is a big reason for that. Of course, we got to continue to support our ma and pa shops in the Waukee Triangle. I'm excited to see some more revitalization there, with already some new businesses and restaurants opening in that area as well. So hopefully we can continue to keep this little sense of charm that we have, this Waukee smaller town feel, as we continue to grow. Hopefully, it goes quickly, smoothly, and the construction and detours aren't too bad. If you guys have any questions ever about Waukee, about buying real estate in Waukee or the Des Moines Metro, I'm always here as a resource. Please feel free to reach out. There's a calendar link in the bio below, and you are more than welcome to book a call with me. Drop a comment as well if you find anything interesting. If you're intrigued about the growth happening in Waukee, I want to know what you guys think. Do you like it? If you've been in Waukee a long time, maybe you hate it. So let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you in the next video.